Every day we face challenges stemming from work pressures, relationships, and societal expectations, creating waves of emotions and energy that are not easily controlled. Have you ever stopped to wonder, who are the people around you? Do the energies they bring drive you to betterment, or simply leave you drained and exhausted? Today, let's delve into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and uncover 10 principles to help you manage emotions, set personal boundaries, and choose companions who truly align with you. You will discover a path to enlightenment that empowers you to become stronger, develop holistically, and find deeper meaning amidst life's challenges. Before we begin, I invite you to show your support by tapping the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to join our community. Stay focused till the end, because these are not just hollow advices, but practical strategies you can apply daily, transforming how you perceive yourself and others through a Stoic perspective. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Selective compassion. Compassion is like a cozy warmth that brightens up our hearts, showing that we genuinely care about each other. But it's important to use this warmth wisely, so it doesn't fade away in the dark. Selective compassion is like using a flashlight instead of lighting up the entire house. You concentrate where it's most necessary, where you can truly help. Imagine it as the world being full of challenges and hurts, too many for any single person to fix on their own. It's like being in a little boat in a stormy sea, reaching out to those who are lost. If we try to rescue everyone at once, we might end up sinking ourselves. Selective compassion helps us see where we can help without endangering ourselves, keeping the boat steady while we lend a hand to others. This kind of caring reminds us it's fine to say we can't be everywhere at the same time. It's not about ignoring tough situations in the world, but about picking our fights wisely. When a friend needs us, we can show up because our being there truly matters. But for bigger issues we can't directly tackle, we do what's possible, maybe lending a hand from a distance, without overwhelming ourselves by trying to solve all the world's problems. Keeping this balance also involves looking after ourselves. We can't give to others what we ourselves lack. If we drain all our energy trying to fix everything and everyone, we'll have nothing left to give. It's like we're shining a light for everyone else and forgetting to illuminate our own way. So if you spot someone who needs a hand and you're able to help, step up. Your compassion and actions can really make a difference, but if it's beyond your control, do what you can without beating yourself up for not doing more. Sometimes the best way we can help others is by taking care of ourselves first. That way, when someone needs us, we're in a good place to offer support. Being picky about where we direct our care and love is all about being wise. It's about picking spots where we can genuinely make a difference, while also making sure we're strong and healthy enough to keep helping in the future. And it's important to remember that by looking after our own well-being, we guarantee that our ability to help others stays strong. Our light keeps shining brightly for those who need it. Number 2, letting go of toxic relationships. Have you ever reflected on how much the people in our lives shape our experiences? It often feels like we are constantly surrounded by demands and judgments, where every little thing we do is closely watched. However, there is a hidden wisdom that can transform our experience, choosing who we let be close to us. Some people are like serene waters, gently propelling us forward and encouraging our growth. On the flip side, there are those who resemble turbulent storms, stirring up chaos and leaving us feeling lost. The Stoics, ancient sages revered for their wisdom in navigating life's challenges, delved into this concept with great insight. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Know where you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." This implies the importance of self-mastery and inner peace, regardless of external chaos. It prompts us to reflect. Do our friendships contribute to our personal growth, or hinder it? Removing oneself from toxic relationships isn't a sign of weakness. Rather, it demonstrates strength. It's a conscious decision to surround ourselves with individuals who genuinely uplift and enrich our lives. Picture it like renovating a house. At times, we need to tear down old, dilapidated structures to create space for something better. Though it demands honesty and courage to part with what no longer serves us, imagine the sense of relief walking through rooms filled only with positivity and support, away from negativity and criticism. Perhaps it's time for some introspection. Consider the voices that surround you. Are they lifting you higher or pulling you down? Removing toxic friendships isn't merely an act of self-preservation. It's a testament to your inner strength and a step towards leading a more serene and fulfilling life. Always remember, the individuals we allow into our inner circle play a pivotal role in shaping our experiences. Let's be more discerning in our choices. This is an opportune time to evaluate our surroundings, deliberate thoughtfully, and implement the changes that are needed. Ultimately, the fabric of our lives is woven by the companions we keep. So, are you ready to make this deliberate choice? Number 3. Setting personal limits. Time is a precious asset that grows more valuable with each passing moment, and our energy is a limited reserve. Establishing boundaries is not just a tactic for survival, but a foundational principle for leading a meaningful and genuine life. But what does it truly signify to establish personal boundaries? And more importantly, how does it help us deal with the complexities of modern life? Think of boundaries like the lines on a map, marking out the space that belongs just to you, your time, your energy, your feelings. These boundaries are the unseen demarcations that indicate how far we're willing to extend what we're comfortable with and when we need to assert our limits. Essentially, they represent self-respect and an acknowledgement of our intrinsic worth. Lacking these distinct boundaries, we open ourselves up to burnout, a growing concern in a culture that extols constant activity. When we're unable to differentiate between external demands and our own requirements, we surrender control over our lives and a substantial aspect of our selfhood. Setting boundaries is like walking a tightrope, a subtle interplay between generosity and self-preservation. It entails recognizing that in order to genuinely nurture others, we must first ensure our own well-being. As Epictetus famously remarked, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Recognize this, and you will find strength." It involves the skill of refusing when required, not out of self-centeredness, but out of the understanding that safeguarding our own mental and emotional health creates a richer environment for all our interactions. Establishing boundaries begins with self-awareness, comprehending your genuine values, recognizing what depletes your energy and what replenishes it. It's an ongoing journey of tuning into your own needs and mastering the art of articulating them confidently. Picture, if you will, the liberating sensation that accompanies boundary setting, the ability to decide how, with whom, and in what endeavors you allocate your time and energy. Imagine the tranquility of knowing you're living in accordance with your core beliefs. Take a moment to contemplate what boundaries are essential for safeguarding your time, energy, and mental well-being. Keep in mind, setting boundaries isn't about building walls to isolate yourself. Rather, it's about fostering deeper and more genuine connections with others. So, why not begin outlining these boundaries now? After all, the true measure of your life lies not in the tasks you complete, but in the quality of the moments you choose to embrace. Are you ready to seize control and define the boundaries that will shape your path ahead?